Meet Willie Francis, the only person sentenced to the electric chair, not once, but twice. Willie Francis was a black teenager from Louisiana. In 1944, at the age of 15, he was arrested for the murder of a white pharmacist named Andrew Thomas. The arrest was chaotic. He was beaten, held without proper legal representation, and eventually signed a confession. The trial lasted just 2 days. The jury was all white. His court-appointed lawyers called no witnesses. They didn't challenge any evidence. They didn't file a single objection. On May 3rd, 1946, inside the St. Martinville Parish Jail, Willie Francis was strapped into the chair. Louisiana called it gruesome Gertie. It was portable, mounted on a wooden platform, and rolled between different Louisiana parishes for executions. At a nod from the guard, the executioner flipped the switch. Things proceeded normally for a second or two. Then, as the current surged, something went wrong. Francis convulsed violently but did not die. Witnesses say he screamed, "Take it off! Take it off! Let me breathe!" The switch was pulled again. Nothing. He was alive, burned, traumatized, and still conscious. The chair had been set up by a prison guard and an inmate, both of whom, honestly, were not electricians. They'd wired it incorrectly. Willie Francis survived the electric chair. Instead of calling it off, Louisiana scheduled a second execution. They argued the first one didn't count. It was a malfunction, not a legal violation. Francis's new lawyers appealed, arguing that a second execution would violate the Eighth Amendment, prohibiting cruel and unusual punishment. They also argued double jeopardy. You shouldn't be punished twice for the same crime. The case went all the way to the United States Supreme Court. In a 5-4 decision, the court ruled against him. They said he could be executed again. One justice wrote, "Justice does not require that the execution shall be painless." The first attempt left deep physical scars, burns on his legs, arms, and back. His body had been cooked by a faulty current. His mind shattered. He lived for over a year after that failed execution, haunted by the experience and, well, just waiting to die again. This wasn't just botched. It was, honestly, a state-run torture in slow motion. On May 9th, 1947, just over a year after the first attempt, Willie Francis was brought back to the chair. This time, the equipment was tested, calibrated, prepared. There were no errors. He was executed in front of 6 witnesses. No last words were recorded. He was the first and only person in American history to survive the electric chair and be sent back to it. The story of Willie Francis isn't about electricity. It's about a system that broke down at every level and then flipped the switch twice.